The topic of the video today is punishing the enemy jungler for a bad early gank. This is something that is more common than you might think, especially in lower elo. And the fundamental for jungling that we're going to be using here is tracking to help us achieve this. This example here is a Platinum 4 game on the North American server. Let's take a look. So we're looking at Jinxon's Xin Zhao here. He actually comes up with a really good game plan. His number one priority in the early game here is to match the Master Yi, and he feels starting red. He has the option whether Master Yi starts blue or red to do that. Let's say if he starts red, he can potentially do a 3 camp and then vertical jungle invade him on his blue, because Master Yi's usually likes, full clear, not really a 3 camp jungler. So they'll probably do 3 camps bot side. And then his other alternative is if he starts blue, then he can just do a simple red-blue Gromp and then look to kill him on his red buff. Xin Zhao with Conqueror. The Master Yi has Hail of Blades. If he had Ignite, maybe that changes things a little bit. I still think Xin Zhao should win that. Maybe if Ignite changes things. But I love the game plan here. So let's look at the execution. So looking at the minimap. Oh, he sees that, and instantly we got some great pings. So this is great jungle tracking already. We know that Kayle showed up in lane, and the enemy bot lane is not here yet. So that's most likely a bot leash, and you can also just triple check that Ziggs has no mana. So he's activating his vertical jungle game plan, and then he actually sees Master Yi here, which was really surprising. It's like, okay, Master Yi, that's interesting. Given this is Platinum 4, we can do some cool, interesting things. I mean, how does he know that Xin Zhao here is not just doing red-blue Gromp? He will just fight him on here, and he's just going to lose that. But let's just pretend anyway that we didn't see Master Yi there. Again, this is the premise of this, is punishing the enemy jungler for a bad gank. So we just do a 3 camp, and again, he's just activating his game plan. He's just vertical jungling. And there we go. Here comes the Master Yi. And gets the kill. Okay, so obviously right now, if we were to just track CS, so this is where jungle tracking fundamentals is going to be really important to come in. So Master Yi actually does die there. He completely fumbles that gank. He's got 12 CS. We saw him go from red to here. That means, and he has 12 CS, which means that he's actually taken the blue and the wolves, which doesn't make sense to me. He should have done blue Gromp probably. But regardless, we know that our blue buff's off the map, and most likely our Gromp. Or maybe our wolves, I guess, in this situation. All right, so he thinks he has time here to take the blue buff. The key question here, guys, where is Master Yi going to go out of base? Try and think as well, what would you do in this situation? So what he actually does, he just goes for this crab and smites it as well. So what the Xin Zhao here, Jinxon, should have done is literally after that blue buff, literally just come here and just sit in this bush and just wait for Master Yi to just come here and just kill him. The reason we know he's 100% going to go here is because Xin Zhao hasn't showed on the map at all. He has no idea where Xin Zhao is. So he's just going to assume, oh, all my jungle camps are up topside. I'm just going to come there, and then he's going to walk into a Lee Sin and just die. So he'll literally probably just AFK at this point. The amount you could do after that, you would kill him here, take his Gromp. Then he's going to go bot side. You could actually come here and just skip the crab and then just go and bot crab. I mean, depends what's going on bot and mid priority. Maybe do a drive by mid gank, but you have so many options, and you could just punish him for like the next 3-4 minutes. He will be able to do nothing as a Master Yi because he's so weak. This could also apply as to champs against Kayn or Eve if they do a really bad gank like that. So he does the crab, and the crazy thing about this, guys, is Jinxon here actually pings it. He actually knows that Master Yi is here. He knows he's here, but he doesn't realize that he can just kill him. And this is where sometimes champion mastery comes into play. But this is just a free kill, and you could just absolutely punish this Master Yi after this. And the great thing about this as well is there's no threat from top. I mean, it's a Kayle. I mean, splitting the map here is actually fine because you can just kill Kayle super easily with Riven, Xin Zhao, especially pre-level 6. So jungle tracking, guys. Where's the enemy? This is the question you need to ask. Where is the enemy jungler going to go out of base? Very powerful. And then it's like, okay, I know where they're going. Can I do anything about it? In this situation, the answer is yes. Xin Zhao with Conqueror into Master Yi. It's super obvious where he is. It's a very high percentage play. People say it's like, well, Nathan, what happens if I sit there and I just wait ages and he doesn't come? Again, most of the time he's going to, I'll say 90% of the time he will come, but let's say 10% off chance where he thinks he's just lost these camps because he just knows he's vertical jungled. then, you know, it's like you can just have a gut feeling and a timing thing. You can just wait in this bush for like, you know, maybe 10, 15 seconds when you know that's like, okay, if he's not here, he must be back bot, and then you can take the top, the Gromp, then top grab, then you'd probably assume that just bot grab's gone because he just sort of did a well play read on you. I would say even in high yellow, guys, most of the time, the thing about this is we have an information advantage. So Marcia, again, he has no idea where Xin Zhao is. I mean, let's again look at Xin Zhao's perspective. He's got no idea. He's just going to assume again that Xin Zhao is just, oh, he must be going to the bot side here, going on bot grab. He dies, and then he just comes straight out of base, just straight into the top side. Super obvious. Hope this is helpful. Test this out, guys. Experiment. Sometimes you might screw this up because, you know, you have these same factors, but, you know, for some reason, you know, you're against a Talon mid and he roams and kills you here or something like that. But I think you should still be able to get away with it. You should be able to clean up pretty quickly before the enemy mid laner can react.